All right. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Sunderland Football Manager 2021 Road to Glory series. So, another episode where we have not played any off camera because we've got some big games. We've got Man City in the league. It's an important game for them as well. That's why it is for us and to show you guys on camera here today because they're going to be trying really hard to keep winning games, fight for the top four. Sheffield United has actually done really well. What I like to do is check, why? Why and how? What have they been doing? Their hot prospect, probably not in relation to this, but you never know. I don't mind scouting some youth players. I do it a few times, yeah. I'm interested in just some younger players. You know, just from time to time, I might sign a few here or there. Tariq Lamptey is actually their key player, but yeah, I wouldn't say he's their key player, if that makes sense. If we're going to go over, I'm going to guess surely there's someone performing better if we just sort by the average rating. You might take a look at Shinta. Excellent name, but yeah, he hasn't really played a lot. I thought maybe if he was a young player, might be of consideration, but I'd say looking at this, Burak, and I haven't heard too much about him. Until 27 years old, of course, we're in 2027 as well, so he starts fairly young. He's actually not too bad at all, probably below our quality, but, you know, if you're that type of team in the Premier League, he could be a good player you approach. Did they sign him at a good, 13 million, pretty deep into save, so try and get him early, and that's it. I told you, this save is a gold mine at this point in terms of this kind of stuff to find players. But they got Marco Silva as the manager. What kind of formation are they rolling with? Is 4-2-3-1 just OP in FM? Yes. Just to answer my own question, let me know your guys' experiences and if maybe you wanted to try something else just to do something different and not just use what is working well. Well, technically now we're using a 4-3-1-2. Can that really... it's still been very strong for us. But as I said, we're just really continuing off the last episode. So we go Man City and then Lazio. It's 4 days later, but we've already qualified. So you might not think it's that important, but it's another game where it's testing ourselves. It's an away game. Like this is the excellent one. I'm sure they're still going to go in fairly strong. That's my initial opinion. We'll take a look once we get into the game, but we'll focus on City first. But yeah, preparing for a European fixture away from home. We're going to really need to do that well if we want to go all the way in the Champions League this year. So let's see how we're going to shape up against Manchester City. We'll go with the opposition instructions as usual. This kind of thing is just like standard. Something I did want to show you. I set up Gomez and Lopez in those positions, but if we switch them around, actually, I don't know if they're that much better in the position, but it's more the connection with Maldonado. So you might as well, that's logical if we're going to go like this, I'd say. And we're also bringing White back in defence. I still feel we need that experience there. I think Arslan, Ferreira have great futures, and we probably need a guy. Yeah, we're missing Flores, Suazo. Yeah, probably. I'd probably go with Ferguson in this situation right now to swap with Ferreira there. So we've got someone who can play left back and centre back, then right back and centre back. You see the reasoning with that. And yeah, I think we're not really missing it. Maybe Bruno G could come in here for Dali Ali. There we go. That's a good mix from our defenders. Then somebody can play like a defensive midfield type role. And then our creators on the wing and up front. That is pretty good. And I'm liking the lineup today. Haaland obviously playing against his old side. We got him from Man City. And it's an interesting Man City. Did they get a big manager again? Tuchel. So that's a good get. And I feel they've been ever improving. I want to see what they did because they listed so many players, but that was before they got him in. So if we just sort by the fees, because they would have sold for a lot, I suppose if we go by the date, because I remember the Haaland situation. What I mean is they still had Foden. Yeah, he was listed. Arsenal bought him for a pretty hefty fee there. So, they sold a couple players. They brought in some as well. But, yeah, we're just going to see what we can do. Funnily enough, it's a rare situation. City will have more going out than coming in. So, I wonder what their financial situation is like at the moment. They'll have good money coming in for sure. But that was some good business. Let's just see how we go today against City. I want to see who they're going to come into this game with in their starting 11, that is. We will find that out shortly. We're just processing. It's going to take its time. We're getting to see, that's why, yeah, there's so many things lining up now. I think this is going to be our final season, but we have to win the Champions League. If we don't, we'll go around again for sure. But yeah, these kind of things. You can see here with the players they got: Ansu Fati, Sterling, Mariba, Bernardo Silva still there, Sandro Tonali, a couple of regions in there as well. But yeah, very strong Man City side. This thrash arms, why would I do that? Point finger, yeah, pundit's been right to back us up. Johnny Brennan inspired and motivated. I think we're going to leave it at that. Johnny Brennan could have a big day. Now, Sunderland. I actually woke up this morning, and for you guys, around the time would have been in the evening. Well, I say you guys, so if you're from Europe. Sunderland were actually trending, and it didn't really have much to do with Sunderland. If you know why, you know why. And the latest breaking news in the world of football. Okay, early highlight though, first minute. Let's see what we got. Brennan to Gomez. I want to appear superior. Williams, you got to finish. He does on the second attempt. Brandon Williams, that's his first goal of the season. He's, hitting form in a position we really need. Right back at the right time of the season. Let's go. And, that's what I mean. What I just said, if we can dominate these teams like Man City, I touched on it in a Liverpool match recently where this was a far cry, like compared to 2-3 seasons ago. Shows you we've come a long way. And we've actually gone on a crazy run, guys. Let's just hit F10 to go to the schedule there, shortcuts. Like, we've just been winning. So remember in the early season, we worry about tactics and judging the tactics. And yeah, man, we made even a little, we weren't using this tactic previously. So we work things out. We were worried about maybe not using wingers, and if we can fit the team. We haven't felt like many players are missing out. That's usually the case if you go to a formation like this. You drop wingers out. Like, we haven't really missed out key players, especially. So, we're just holding on to this 1-0 at the moment. Praise the boys. And we're just holding off Man City, what seems like relatively easy. Who thought we could say that? We'll just say we're pleased. Now every single player is inspired, motivated. Like, I don't think we can see it dropping from now, especially, is it going to be another early goal, early highlight, early goal and a half? Lopez, he's starting to do a bit more. And Gomez, we got those positions selected right today. And there it is. And it is exactly that, another early goal and a half, Kladrubski. He's just getting better and better as well. But I think we're almost getting to the... I don't know. You could argue they'll even get better and have more to achieve, but you can't always have it absolutely perfect timing, for a series when you have your biggest success with Champions League. But I really think, Kladrubski and Brennan, I think they're close. What's their ages? Haaland is 27, but Johnny Brennan, he's 22, pushing 23, and then Kladrubski as well. He's 21, pushing 22. So I don't know. That's how it is sometimes. These guys in the early 20s, they sometimes play their best football. So I really feel it's our time. It's our time. Williams really gets in there, tries to get shots. He scored previously. He's confident today. Now, Haaland, come on. But I reckon we've got them. We've got them here. We can, especially Maxime Lopez with a little knock here. We'll bring on Bruno G, especially he's got a more defensive side to his game. It's funny how some of his best roles are like playmaking roles, but I think we're going to go a central midfielder on defend for him. Actually, can we reverse that? We'll do undo. What we want to do here, because Maldonado playing in a ball-winning midfield, when they're that role, you can't ease off tackles. So we'll go central midfielder on defend. For him, and then we will be able to do that. And then Bruno G will go ball-winning midfield. I think that works the absolute best. That actually really works well. Brandon Williams, he's having a great game, but we're going to keep him fresh. He's very important. He's very important to not get injured. And when you look at it, in terms of the shots, 5 on target to only 1 of Man City. We've created well and prevented Man City, really. Now, here's White. Gomez. Aaron Martin. Is he going to get... has he still got it? See, that's what I mean. But I reckon our success this season, it has to be this season. It has to, like in this save, it has to be Aaron Martin. Because I feel him a little bit declining. We're not seeing it in his attributes, but performance levels. Even though he still performed pretty well this season. Not there, but you see in the Champions League, he's actually done a little bit better. So that gets his average rating up a little bit more in terms of for the season in all competitions. It's almost a 7. So yeah, it's an interesting one. But hasn't had his best season in the Premier League. Like, you can just see signs of him making some errors here and there. I think it's still too early to make our final sub of the game. So let's keep it going right now. Like, it's mad to just be this relaxed against Man City when this is a pretty good... If you want to know who their striker is, Kerner, like, he's a striker for United States, 23 goals, pretty good. Look at those technicals. Like, he's up there with Johnny Brennan. He's probably not as quick, but he's more strong. Like, yeah, like, that's his physical side. But then technically, you could say he's even better. So, yeah, the front three... That's something to worry about. Then you got Mariba, who's his 30 as well. Yeah, he's reasonable. I'd probably like him more out wide, but that's it. We got one more sub up our sleeves. Anyone that maybe Zabalos needs a bit of fitness, we'll take on Johnny Brennan. Hasn't done much today. Interesting as a poacher. Maybe we'll do a switcheroo on these two. And Zabalos, yeah, okay, 2.5 stars is his most. We'll just leave Haaland as a poacher. See if he can score another goal today. All right. Edison takes that pretty easily. And he just throws that out. And there's that Kerner we touched on. 30. Oh, Bruno. I knew exactly why I want to bring him on for something like that. Ferguson now is getting forward. I think he's been all right signing this season. Hasn't done anything crazy, but he's a homegrown player. And that creates a decent chance. Kudrowski probably could have done better there. There's a lot of chances being created. If Man City get a goal, it could be a little worrisome. Then we'll only be 1 goal ahead. But how often do we force the opposition to a long ball and we just pick up possession so easily? Yusuf getting more experience as we go. I don't think I can argue and say he's at his best. No, he's got so much more to come. But as I said, no matter what time you are in a career and where a series comes to an end, like, you're going to have young players that you want to see. Like, we could play 5 more seasons and we'll have other players coming through. So that's always going to be a never-ending thing. There'll be other young players you want to see. But come on, Haaland, against your old side. So he makes it look easy. OP early Haaland. Worth the money we spent. And that was the money we worked on with good sales. Like, you could say that was a really big signing, but all those wheeling and dealings we did, it made us have the money to make a move like that, which could be a game changer. It could be a game changer. And yeah, the actual definition of that. Mariba, it doesn't matter now, City. Like, honestly, I'd encourage them to, well, my players won't like that. I say to concede so we don't have any wage or any contract bonuses for clean sheets. You know, I've mentioned that a few times. It's saving money at the end of the day, so... Could you strategically go attacking? We'd probably more, score goals, if anything. Oh, we're not having any trouble with that, aren't we? This is against Man City. This is Sunderland. They couldn't even get promoted in League One in real life. Guys, what have I done with this? This is the best save I've done by far. Come on, man. And, yeah, it's up to you guys. What you guys, if you've seen other other Football Manager series and, yeah, how you like this one compared. But, I feel like I've done a pretty substantial thing this year with Sunderland, and I think we've done it impressively. I think we really have done. But we need to get the final. I can say all this, but if we don't get Champions League, but that's the goal. And winning a 3rd Premier League title in a row. I think that really should stand out. And we need some bigger wins. I want to, keep getting our goal difference up, and that's going to naturally happen just by winning games with Man United in case that's going to be the difference at some point or come the end of the season. So, Yeah, let's keep getting some substantial wins. And guys, you could even, this is what I mean, Lee Parks is a perfect situation. Like, he's not getting into the first team anytime soon, but high potential. He was touted as the next Michael Owen, could be the next Michael Owen, though. Yeah, I just want to say that, I guess, to back up that point. Like, if we had our absolute success in 3 or 4 seasons, we want to play maybe 5 more to see how this guy, he could be like another Johnny Brennan. So, yeah, that's what I mean. You always have another crop coming through. See, again, Lopez just 1 to 2 days. Yeah, Haaland, yeah, he'll get that bonus. Bernardo Silva, yeah, you just saw how good he was, mate. You need him. He's a star. Guys, on Kladrubski, he's played 100 league games for us. Wow, remember he was just a youngster we signed? 100 league games now. Guys, I mean, Johnny Brennan, he didn't do much in the last game, but he's got 17 goals. I reckon this season is his. Hey, another new contract. Yeah, definitely happy for this. We'll attend the meeting. There's not going to be, I think, yeah. I'm not going to ask for anything mad. And here the contract to come in once more. I'm just going to straightforward agree. If anything, I just increase or decrease the wage by a little bit. Nothing major for a couple of reasons. You don't want to put it too low because then they could sack you easy. Probably not in this save because we're dominating. But you don't want to have it too high as well. What do you really do with the money? So yeah, I just balance it in terms of that. I don't put it on the minimum because yeah, that increases the chance of you getting sacked if you are doing poorly. That's just how I operate always with my negotiations for the contract. This one against Lazio, so we already set the scene for this one. We have already qualified, so definitely we want to show we're the best in the group, but away from home, it's going to be a test, a Champions League test, so I touched on earlier as well. We got to see how they're going to approach it at the same time, but I'm not going to change too much. I want to get our best team playing as many games together. I think that's really important for the chemistry. You need to rotate. That's for sure. But right now, our conditions are pretty high. There's a lot of players that are on heavy match load, so we've got to consider for our subs. But yeah, and sometimes you're just not in the mood to make rotations. Let me know if you're the same. But yeah, that stands true what I said. Like, more games players are playing together, that boost the chemistry. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with not really changing the outfit for this one against Lazio. And it looks like, yeah, we're seeing familiar names who they had, and some of those are good players, especially the real players that you know, those bigger names. Yeah. What are we going to say here, Beck? Pick up where we left off last time out, because how we left off last time out was pretty good. So let's go into it right now. There you go. You see majority of these guys are actually real players. A few regens in there, but yeah, some decent players. But we're on amazing form. I think you could argue best form of the save, even though we've had amazing spells, but we just keep winning games. Let's say keep that up. We've been good with early goals so far, so let's see if that's like right here. We're going to see one of them, and we do. That's what you love to see, and it's Johnny Brennan, assist by Sergio Gomez. It is another, just a minute in. So Johnny Brennan, now he's got a goal in the Champions League, or another goal in the Champions League. But he's got a goal for this episode. Just see how I picked that up. Gomez, who thought he was going to drop in his assists. Now he's still providing a lot for the team, but we've got a lot more now, and that's what we've got. More goal scorers. We've got more players to get assists. It's the dangerous mix. This is our season, guys. Let us know in the comments if you think this is going to be our season for the Champions League to actually lift it. We've made the final once before and we had that disappointing loss. I think we're building up the experience now. I wouldn't say it's too soon. That's why I'm really feeling this is our time. We had a really good window as well. The squad is, honestly, it's strong, but it's a little on the younger side, which means we're still going to be progressing throughout the season. So I just think it's balanced really, really well. We've still got our experienced guys in there like White, the ball-playing defender. You see he likes to play those longer balls. But unfortunately, it could go the other way now. Well, no. Lucci, that was a pretty poor finish. That's not what you want to be seeing. Not what you want to be seeing. All right. Juan Miranda press. How's the game looking? Possession's been pretty even, but we have created just a few more opportunities. Both teams' XGs are nothing special, but you can tell we've just been a little bit better today. Create a few more opportunities. Let's finish off the half the way we started it, and that wasn't by that was gifting them possession. That was terrible. That was lazy. See, that's, you notice certain players, and it can be a one-off, sure, but that's reasons like I sold someone like Vranks. I notice him being lazy, and you got to get those players out of the team, and you got to bring in quality, and of course keep in those players that are, like Kladrubski. Come on, that chance led to a goal anyway. See, that was a positive, but you got to take in the negatives. We started that by just gifting back possession. That's no good. Didn't I just do that for Miranda? But anyway, Kladrubski got it to Haaland, and he got it back to him. Like, let's go. That's how we're playing, man. All shots we've had for the day have been on target. So that's what I mean. There we go. You can say mentally, like, they've still qualified. But the thing is, like, that's us. We're the same. Why haven't we dropped off in this game? We're cruising. Because as I said, they've got their players out there, but now we can rotate a little bit. Some of these guys that are looking more tired, maybe like a Maldonado, we can bring on from Bruno G, straightforward sub there. Like for like, more specifically. Martin, who've got to be careful with. Murat, we can bring in. Maybe just look at him and see how his attributes are going. Another wonder kid. Like, man, like this current squad, like whatever happens, what would have happened, like the next season, following season with transfers, like it's set to be successful. And you can even improve on that, really. We'll leave one more sub. But yeah, I'm very pleased with how we built the squad, honestly. Brennan, like, and it's partially that as well. Like, it's almost a time where I think it's too easy. Football Manager, there's no difficulty levels. Like, honestly, when you've got it right, you've got it right. Because in some saves, it can be actually very tough. And I've experienced that, and you would have seen on the channel and when I did streams on Twitch as well. Like, you have those moments. But I don't feel like, what, guys, we had it at the start of this season, for a handful of games, and we thought it was a disaster? Like that. But we just sorted out our tactics. We let players gel, a mix of the both, and now we're just cruising. We really are. But now Miranda, are they going to score here? Lazio. Show your fans what you've got. Oh, mate, they're going to have a terrible week. We're ruining you. But how about the Sunderland fans coming all the way to Lazio? Come on, get a tackle in. Traore to Dolberg. Tried to give the fans something to celebrate, but was never likely. We'll make our final sub now. You got Maximo Lopez, Sergio Gomez, maybe a Sergio Gomez, and we'll bring in Augustin Gutierrez. See, look, wasn't he only one star? I'm trying to remember. It was only for a few episodes. Like a few episodes ago. He's 3-star now. We're training him in the advanced playmaker. We talked about how many wingers has it really impacted. He's one of them, but we're developing him into a new role that I say he's fitting into, but he's still, he's still fairly young, so he's still growing. But I think he's 22, yeah. So it's old enough. It's old enough to be an important player in the team. Now here's Svanberg. Got to be careful. Got to be careful. Deal with this. We do. Could be a chance for us. And Gutierrez, he's fresh legs. He's on, and he's got to set up something here. Or he could go all the way. Gutierrez. He made that look easy. And he's someone, he can't get into the first team, not as a regular. Anyway, when we have got the likes like Sergio Gomez, he's very good. And then, of course, Maxime Lopez. And he's generally one coming on for them, so flying. Can we make a 5 today? Simply. All right, let's see if Lazio is going to do anything from here. Are we going to... Look, how we're set up defensively, most of the time we can stop their attacks. Like when they go out wide here, they might get a shot on. They do. They score. Oh, no clean sheet bonus. I was almost like not worrying about that. Like conceding a goal. We got a nice breather. Still 3 goals. So in this game, we're not going to have any bonuses towards the players, which is not... Well, there's bonuses for the players that scored goals, who have those in their respective contracts. But here's Murat. Look at him go. He's a natural centre-back that can play left-back, and he can find Johnny Brennan. Don't forget, Johnny Brennan has bonuses for goals. So, killing it though. 5-1. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. And that's his hat-trick today. Like, I talk about it. It's a thing. When a player's on a hat-trick, you know, the next chance he gets, there's a good chance he's going to hit a sweet finish. It's true. We see that on our side this time. But really, aren't we having a low percentage? That's it. We're having a low percentage of frustrating games. Like, that's what's mad. And I don't think we could have done this with the 4-2-2. Not this, like, or 4-2-4. Either way we want to see it. Like, concede another goal here. It's whatever. Because we've got it. We've got it here. Yeah, we've been exceptional. We've been really good today. Let's keep it going. I mean, there's not much time left in this game. It's just about to be called, but there's a chance it's going to be a goal, or a highlight, a shot on goal. And could be for us. What's White going to do with this? Show a bit of composure. And see, this hasn't felt like an away day. Like, we've conceded a couple of games, sure, but imagine this was the first leg or second leg, the away leg. We've got 5 away goals, and that would put you in an exceptional position. Like, yeah, what we've done right now, if it was that case, an away day in Europe, we'd be doing very well. And late chance here, yeah, they've got a few, you know, if it was that important, we may have went a little bit more defensive late. We do not know, just because it hasn't mattered as much. Yeah, they got a couple late goals, so could have prevented that on another occasion, but we are going to finish that up right now. Another very, like, that's it. We killed the group stage. And didn't the game say it was going to be a group of death for us? But the other 3 teams are very close in their ability. They were grouping us with them when we're far beyond. We get a bit more money off that. But how long has this been said? A Kladrupski bid, and same with Brennan. But we've just never got any offers, which I'm not really wanting to consider that anyway at this point. We don't want to have any interruptions of our Champions League winning season. This just has to be it. Johnny Brennan's got 25 goals. It's early in December, mate. It's early in December. Johnny Brennan, he's on target to get 50 unless a big injury strikes him down. Like, in all competitions, he'll get 50 goals plus. Like, just playing at this rate, he's killing it, bro. If we just take a look at his overall stats, like, this is what you compare to previous seasons, Premier League goals. Like, he's on target to score more goals than appearances he's had in the league. So, in the Champions League, well, he's got 6 goals, so that's pretty good in his Continentals. I reckon could be the first season he gets 30 plus. I reckon that's very likely 30 plus in the Premier League. So yeah, could suit to be to really set up a final season where a lot of players have some of their best seasons, and where it just shows, as I said earlier, where they're at their very best, even though, guys like Johnny Brennan, Kladrupski are still in their early 20s, but other guys are a bit older, like Haaland, where they're at their absolute prime. So you're not going to have a full squad of that. Never really. Like, you can't have a full squad of 25 to 28-year-olds. You're going to have some younger guys and more experienced guys in the team, which we do have. So right now we are probably going to play a little bit more off camera, not too much, probably to the Everton one, FA Cup, and that hits the new year. A lot of the time, especially Chelsea, that will work out pretty well for the next episode. We'll play the rest of the month out. How are we looking for the finance for this month? Oh, we're pretty good. What's that been? I guess we've players sold. Is that this month? That might be bonuses, because I don't think we've actually sold players. We haven't just got rid of someone. So that might be like bonuses or something like that. So, and I might take a look at some of the clauses that we can sell. Might as well show you this. Players actually in the incoming Yaya Conte, if you remember him. But see, I like to leave. I put them in for a reason. 50% of his next transfer fee. What's he's valued at right now? A 1.2k, nothing special. So there could be some. If you go off the name, Jordan Morton, 50% of his next transfer, and he's 400k. Sorry, I looked at the wage. With Conte, didn't I? What's his actual value? 41k. So apologies, You're about to comment. But yeah. That Morton, was he an intake player for us? Yeah, he actually was. I mean, he sold him for 550k, money right there, and then whatever that he sells for in the future. So he's one to make, you would think, a little bit profit on. And yeah, there's clubs interested. I reckon a sale could happen with him. And yeah, you get maybe. You just do not know what will happen with that. But yeah, there's more we can go through. Generally, yeah, I won't take the clauses there because, yeah, they're potential future fees. I'm going to leave it there, though, guys. If you can leave a like on the video, get the support in. As I said, I think we are approaching our final season, so let's enjoy it. And that's pending. Pending, we got to get it on the final day, and also making it to that, which is no easy feat. Like, man, that's just me realizing we still have a lot of work to do once we get to the knockout stages. But hopefully you're enjoying this season, though, guys, and you're liking how the squad, yeah, we're at with the squad and all that. I'll leave it there for now, and I'll see you guys next time.